who's actually winning the Palestine-Israel war. Israel was invaded on October 7th by Hamas militants coming out of the Gaza Strip, but what exactly happened since this initial invasion? Well, on October 7th, air raid sirens went off at 6:30 a.m. in Jerusalem, warning of the attack after Hamas paragliders invaded the Supernova Music Festival. An estimated 2,200 rockets were fired towards central Israel, including towards Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, where Israel also began retaliatory strikes. On October 8th, 30 Israeli police officers passed away in Surat, Israel, where Hamas took control of the local police office. On October 9th, the first air missiles were fired into the northern side of Israel, coming from Lebanon. Now almost a week in, on October 13th, Israel calls for all residents of Gaza City to evacuate their homes and move south for their protection. The borders in and out of the country are still closed, however, so they don't have many places to go. On October 15th, after thousands of rockets have now been fired by both sides, the United Nations reports that Gaza residents are having to drink contaminated water, the hospitals are on the brink of shutting down with little electricity left, and the emergency generators are dwindling. On October 16th, Hamas claimed that they have 200 to 250 Israeli hostages, many of which came from the Supernova Music Festival. On October 17th, at least 500 passed away in an explosion at the Al-Ali Hospital in the middle of Gaza City, which was being used to shelter thousands of displaced residents. Israel denies responsibility for the blast, saying a failed rocket launch by Hamas is what caused the explosion. On October 18th, President Biden arrived in Israel, reaffirming the U.S. support for Israel. On October 19th, reports came out that Hamas in Gaza has a total of 50,000 fighters, where the Israeli military has mobilized more than 400,000 soldiers who are waiting for the green light to go on foot and move into the Gaza Strip to take down Hamas. Also on this day, there were attacks at the Al-Assad U.S. military air base in Iraq and the Al-Tanf garrison U.S. military base in Syria. These attacks came from Hezbollah, which is a Lebanese-based terrorist group siding with Hamas. On October 21st, the first humanitarian aid trucks were allowed to enter Gaza through the Rafah border crossing, carrying food, water, electricity, and fuel. About half of Gaza residents, 1 million people, have fled their homes to seek shelter elsewhere in Gaza, but with the borders closed, they don't have many places to go. On October 22nd, Israel misfired a missile that hit an Egyptian position on the border of the Gaza Strip, claiming it was an accident. The Israeli military continues to build up their military along the Gaza border, and they can move into Gaza any day now.